Let's see the best moments of the game.
Sunshine and the Rays. But we alluded to this, Lou, at the top. Yesterday was great
defensively for the Red Sox. We got most of the regulars going to be out there today. Be in right field doing the catching to be Connor Wong. But right-hander Josh Winkowski.
Early on in spring training as Jose Siri climbs in, cuts through the first offering from right, just straight on this time. And on 4 pitches, 2 outs for Josh Winkowski. Luke Raley, the batter. Yeah, early in camp. Seeing all these regular
Detroit, but everyone else is in there.
Cut and miss. How about the mustache as well for Josh Winkowski? He's wanted to get his license and registration to figure out who that was. Winkowski, the 40-man roster in the offseason for Tampa.
More arms for the Rays.
Then Aranda. And Casas retired.
Jose Siri will be in center field. Luke Raley in right. Doing the catching will be Christian Beck.
Friday against Northeastern. Cuts through a high fastball from Brett. 1-1. Jose Siri backs up for out number 2.
Back here at JetBlue Park for the second inning. No score between the Red Sox.
19 games of spring training entering today. 30 was the average, so essentially the same in the first. Bethencourt lost this one to center, and Adam Duvall.
The only violation they had was that an infielder was called by spring training for the umpires here too, guys.
We're all in this together, and we're learning to be months in the longest scenario.
I still think there's some veteran.
Aranda, the Rays' first baseman, and he works a 5-pitch walk against Winkowski. Prospects coming: Chris Murphy, Brian Mata, and Brandon Walter. 10 years in the big leagues for Culberson.
Mike, I think the biggest question comes in, but does every umpire have a
seconds as well? 1-2. Cut on and miss. Winkowski, his second most used pitch last year behind his sinker. Another good one. Kicks the leg with 8.
Cora was praising Faria yesterday because they want him to work the timer a little. Elevated a little bit. You get that ball down, maybe you can get the rollover, but the fact that it was up in the air.
It's off the wall. Aranda gets a stop sign at
one of those types of hitters. They don't know much about.
Former first-round pick in 2019. And he's down 0-2. Winkowski's 0-2. Check swing, and Jones did not go. Caught on and missed. Fastball Classic starting March 8th. Get your tickets today at World Baseball against Northeastern on Friday.
Cora keeps telling us not to read into the lay, but I think he's intrigued about hitting this guy in the middle of the order somewhere.
Faces a new pitcher who comes on for the Rays, Brayton Bristow. Starts out with.
We're trying to figure out where everybody fits.
Winds down to 2. And he misses, and now a full count. 3-2. Yep.
Long way to go out there in right center field. I think maybe
it's off the base of the wall. Masataka Yoshi at second for Alex Verdugo. Takes ball 1. 1-2. Let's go down to TC with Josh Winkowski.
Physical side. And so far, feel like I'm heading in the right direction, so it's going to just spin. Worked with a couple spell. I'm excited for it.
When you get a 2-inning.
Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of just whatever innings I get put down for, I just go out there and handle them as managing and gel and whatnot of it. So learning in a whole bunch of areas. I know. But obviously being in obviously kind of the testing ground for it, so it wasn't too crazy. Something
last year, some not so subtle commentary while
apparently in second inning
left that scored Masataka Yoshida. Kike popped out on the infield, and now Duvall.
Story went down. You kind of lost.
All right.
Download NESN 360 to watch Red Sox games, recaps, highlights. ONs have the lead here in Grapefruit League action, and we go to the 2019. Pitch well in Double-A Port strikes. He dotted a fastball to start out. Grant Witherspoon, left fielder for the Rays, and on the bump here at JetBlue Park. 2-2.
reading an article.
Good crowd on hand here at Fort Myers. Murphy. Hey, for the record, do you consider yourself?
That's, to me, the most important thing.
Starts to second. Goodrum's turn. It's 2. And Chris, it's timer here in Grapefruit League action. One note in this feed, it'll look just like a shot clock in basketball or a play clock.
On the line. As you see,
Second to lead off the third.
Goodrum can play all over. His numbers.
Former second-round pick out of high school of the Twins. Sample size. Got to miss. And Heller strike
Out. That's where they want it.
That's down and wide in the lead. When do you not? Casas strikes out. And Ethan quickly with Connor Wong at second. Back on the run, and he makes the catch up near the wall.
Park and Fenway, South Red Sox with a 1-0 lead as we any of our heroes. More than a decade now, they've been sort of fundraiser of the home base program, and it's a great event. You finish crossing home.
Got a big arm.
Drum for the first down.
He a fastball, 95, 98.
Venezuelan native who had Tommy John surgery in 2021.
That was the curveball, about 80 miles an hour. Came back last year, was still impressive.
And he gasses Bethancourt up. So 2 down brings up Jonathan Aranda. Casual Red Sox fan who's not knee deep in prospect stuff. 3-2. No lawnmower here. That's outside, and Mop made 11 starts and was really good in September. For Bayo earlier today. Pops it up into right field, and Alex Verdugo puts for Justin Turner here in the 4th inning with the Red Sox leading.
Wong, whoever it might be, this guy Turner's the
Dodgers. And Tristan Gray throws out Turner, and there's 1 away. And again, could be and probably will be different on Yoshida. So he only saw 2 pitches. Verdugo doesn't wait around. He singles into right field. 2 out base.
because he took that what really that a strike was just called on.
And so it's 0-1, and then after that, now Masataka Yoshida has said.
Looked like he knew there.
And Jose Siri runs it down. And a vial along to the 5th inning already. With the Red Sox leading the Rays.
This is that third arm we were talking about. This whole
tried to tempt Tristan Gray. Strength all over for him. Shoulder and even one to Kike behind the bag, 1 away.
And they feel like
statistical nerd Lou Merlone breaking down the metrics.
We'll see.
Cut to miss from Jones right over the top.
Relation to Jones.
And now Walter strikes out Jones.
Ball there at 92 in the outer black. Pitcher that's not an alert.
Get it and go. 2-2. Cut to miss, and Walter. Red Sox 1, Rays nothing. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, Corey yesterday talk about the new development in pitch comp where the.
Yeah, guys, Kenley Jansen and
We'll go from there.
Adam Duvall fouls it back. It's 2-2. Hung on to by Bethancourt, 1 away.
This is how a game is going to end? They're trying to get it straightened out.
Scott strikes out, back-to-back Ks for
Not really down ready either.
And word has come out with Red Sox GM Brian O'Halloran. I had the same conversation with Garrett.
And if it's a routine and you do it again, that's a violation.
In 2 days. Goodrum strikes out. First pitch is rolled foul.
Accomplished a lot. You know, they expect to continue winning, and you know how much time you have on defense, and especially with the new pitch clock, just making that adjustment. Yeah, those guys are way ahead, and it's going to be a little different this year, especially when those guys leave to go in base. You love the game of baseball. You expect to win, and we expect the same.
3-2 to Curtis Mead is cut on and missed, and Rio Gomez. How important is that? Because it's hard to quantify. League clubhouse. How valuable is it?
Showing it off right there.
Solo shot for Luke Raley here in the 6th.
The guy that he was traded for from Minnesota. He went to L.A. and I think I got my first cell phone my rookie year in the big leagues in '98. Right? Like, I didn't have a cell phone often. You know, back then it was more. Man, I feel old
after Casas' arrival. Bethencourt strikes out, and Rio Gomez
Sports Park, where the Rays play their spring training side.
Playoffs after 86 wins in the regular season. Lost 2 games.
He's just not going anywhere.
Fitzgerald walks.
They only have 3, and they go a couple of openers, but they've got the arm.
Guard. Fitzgerald goes. It's a ball. The throw does not get Fitzgerald.
Guys don't run.
Green light for Fitzgerald to move up to 3rd.
But it's that twice. Try to steal a run at some point, maybe get a big.
Hamilton pops it foul. It's a breaking ball away in the cleanup spot. Runner goes from first. It's in the dirt, and Sogard takes second without a throw. Bounced in, and Nick Deeney kept.
Like his bat as well.
There's a strike with a fastball from Schultz. 2-2 pitch, and Abreu strikes out.
Hey, we saw him at third base the other day. Started to see
0-2.
Play all around. A nice little base clearing double for Lugo.
The glove of Basabe. Lugo.
Nice way to get 3 RBIs. You mentioned it.
1-1. Check swing foul.
But for him, side can play short.
Large. Simon throws and dug out by Manzardo.
Red Sox.
We told you news. And Fitzgerald takes it to the bag.
I mean, the length does matter, right? I understand it's spring, do when it counts. Charge this ball, and the barrel's coming at you as
Matthew Lugo throws on the run in time to get him.
Last call.
That was like one of the first
weird things sometimes, you know.
That just misses outside. Dude, and at least mine, probably your 2 Twitter mentions since. 3-2 pitch is ball 4. Back-to-back 2-out walks and 2 aboard.
Or Jansen or Martin bringing in strike throw. Half. Sox kind of left second base.
The Rays add.
I didn't.
Runner goes from first, and the throw from Steven Scott.
Offensively, yeah, with no shift, there's more holes in the infield.
3-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Bottom of the 7th here at JetBlue Park. Red Sox leading.
Tampabay, 2 hands. This time 1 away.
That's one area that's going to help the team out. If he's healthy, that's one of the guys you kind of look. Yeah, I think people just sort of look at it and say, he'll get hurt, you know, and
cut and miss, and Emmanuel Valdez swinger relieving. Good 2-2 breaking ball from Mercado to strike. This isn't your first rodeo.
Always short for money.
Oh,
I like to think so.
Ground down to second base. Ruben Cardenas, Californian.
Middle of the infield, I think something to keep an eye on. Just a universal truth you want to.
And do expect both Adam Duvall. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks and a couple.
Maybe get back. Check out the.
And misses. Ball 4. They're loaded after. Tabe is the batter for the Rays. 1-1.
A lot of times where that location is, see him hook that ball foul, but.
And the Rays vault in front of the Red Sox here in the.
To avoid. Obviously, try to minimize the damage. Okay, listen, I got in some. Little slide. Those guys do a great job over there, Red Sox prospects.
Fat flips. Lugo's turn. Not in time. Sox. So 2 down after that.
Pretty good combo.
And Lugo takes charge. Inning over. But how his game, where he was a star.
So I know the level was big league talent. Now, it wasn't as deep.
Nice play over at third, but Sogard. A nice play over there by Austin Shenton at third.
We talk so much about Eisen and Rasmussen they got for Adames in Milwaukee.
Cut and miss. Crook strikes out. 1 gone.
Thank God.
First pitch swinging. Wilyer Abreu. The turn. The pick. Matthew Lugo again.
Fading further and further away from him. Right
behind him, Abreu. Lugo has tied the game. Forrest said, everyone feels like last year Lugo got.
He was fantastic.
Lips one away.
Umpire calls it. You want to argue and say he was alert?
Very few.
I just repeated him.
Driscoll to center. Rafael Abad's the son. Round number 2. Dr. Yoshida mentioned is different for him. Again.
No, it's big. I just want to get it over with, to be honest with you.
Zephyr John strikes out Cardin on the Red Sox pitching staff. Here.
Can't have that, can we?
Can you?
It's unbelievable.
Ball 4, and Scott is aboard tomorrow here on NESN.
A few times now.
4-pitch walk and back-to-back free pass.
Swing.
1-2.
But it gets barrel on it. Shortstop shaded up the middle.
Third, and the Red Sox walk it off here.
Enough to get Scott around third base to score and walk this thing off.
Tom Karen and our entire crew behind the scenes, led by